The shocking truth about Stuart Williams's cricket career and personal battles will leave you stunned. Comment below, who should I investigate next? What happened to Stuart Williams is a story that shows how cricket can build you up and tear you down in ways nobody expects. This is the untold truth about a man who was supposed to be the next great West Indies opener, but whose journey took him through triumphs, disasters, and shocking moments that changed everything. From the highs of representing his country to the devastating injury that shocked the cricket world. This is the complete story of Stuart Clayton Williams. Born on August 12, 1969, in Government Road, Charlestown, Nevis, Stuart Williams grew up in a cricket-mad environment. Nevis was a small island with big cricket dreams, and Stuart represented hope for a place that rarely produced international cricketers. His childhood was spent dreaming of following in the footsteps of West Indies legends, but nobody could have predicted the rollercoaster journey that lay ahead. Growing up in Nevis during the 1970s and 80s meant watching the West Indies dominate world cricket. The team was filled with superstars who made cricket look easy and exciting. For young Stuart, these players were not just cricketers but heroes who showed what was possible for a boy from the Caribbean. The dream of wearing the maroon cap and representing the West Indies became the driving force in his life. Stuart's talent was evident from a young age. He had natural timing, good technique, and the temperament needed for opening the batting. Opening the innings in cricket is one of the most challenging roles because you face the new ball when it's moving the most and the opposition bowlers are at their freshest. Stuart showed he had the courage and skill needed for this demanding position. The journey from local cricket in Nevis to representing the Leeward Islands was the first major step in Stuart's career. The regional cricket system in the Caribbean was extremely competitive, with talented players from all the islands fighting for recognition. For someone from a small island like Nevis to make it to this level showed that Stuart had something special. His performances for the Leeward Islands caught the attention of West Indies selectors, and in 1993, he made his international debut. This was during a transitional period for West Indies cricket, as the team was trying to replace legendary players like Gordon Greenidge and Desmond Haynes who had retired. The pressure on young players like Stuart to fill these huge shoes was enormous. Stuart's international career lasted from 1993 to 2002, during which he played 32 test matches and 57 one-day internationals. These numbers represent a substantial international career, but they also tell a story of missed opportunities and unfulfilled potential. One of the opening batsmen tried after the retirement of Gordon Greenidge and Desmond Haynes. Williams was a batsman who never made the number of runs expected of him at the highest level. The challenge of replacing cricket legends is something that many talented players struggle with. Gordon Greenidge and Desmond Haynes had been one of the greatest opening partnerships in cricket history, and any player coming after them would face inevitable comparisons. For Stuart, this pressure was constant throughout his international career. What made Stuart's situation even more difficult was the style of cricket he played. Stuart Williams, a fluent bat, stood for finesse. Yet, even after 107 outings, one of Nevis' stylish batsmen failed to make 3,000 runs. His approach was elegant and technically sound, but it didn't always produce the big scores that international cricket demands. This created frustration for both Stuart and the selectors, who could see his ability but wanted more consistent run-scoring. The pressure of international cricket affected every aspect of Stuart's life. The constant travel, media attention, and pressure to perform took a toll not just on him, but on his family relationships. Professional cricket demands enormous sacrifices from players and their families. And when performances don't meet expectations, these sacrifices can feel even more difficult to justify. Behind every professional athlete's career are personal relationships that provide support and stability. For cricketers like Stuart, who faced the pressure of trying to establish themselves at the international level, having understanding and supportive family members was crucial. However, the demands of cricket can put strain on even the strongest relationships. The financial aspects of cricket also created additional pressure for Stuart and his family. While representing the West Indies brought prestige and honour, the financial rewards were not always as substantial as people imagined. This meant that career security was always a concern, particularly for players who were not guaranteed regular selection. Stuart's struggles with consistency in international cricket were frustrating for everyone involved. Coaches, selectors, and fans could see his talent and technique, but converting this ability into big scores proved elusive. He earned an unexpected second chance when India toured the Caribbean in 2001. But it was the same old story: 91 runs in 5 innings. The majority in boundaries. This pattern of getting opportunities but not making the most of them became a defining characteristic of Stuart's international career. In cricket, chances at the highest level are limited, and players who don't take them quickly find themselves out of favour with selectors. For Stuart, each missed opportunity made the next chance even more pressure-filled. The technical aspects of Stuart's batting were never in question. He had good footwork, solid defensive technique, and could play attractive shots when he got going. However, cricket at the international level requires more than just technique. Players need mental strength, consistency, and the ability to perform under extreme pressure. These qualities proved harder for Stuart to develop than the technical skills. Throughout his international career, Stuart worked with various coaches and mentors who tried to help him reach his potential. The West Indies cricket system provided support and guidance. But ultimately, success at the international level comes down to individual performance under pressure. No amount of coaching can guarantee that a player will be able to handle the mental challenges of international cricket. The end of Stuart's international career came gradually rather than suddenly. As younger players emerged and his own performances remained inconsistent, selection became less frequent. This kind of fade from international cricket is common, but never easy for the players involved. Years of hard work and dedication can feel wasted when careers don't reach their expected heights. However, Stuart's cricket career was far from over when his international days ended. He continued to play domestic cricket and remained a respected figure in Caribbean cricket circles. His experience and knowledge of the game made him valuable to younger players who could learn from his journey through international cricket. Then came the shocking incident that would define the later part of Stuart's career. In 2004, he had a finger amputated after a fielding accident in a Caribbean Series match. The injury occurred when Williams fractured a finger while fielding in the Leeward Islands Caribbean Series 5th round game against Windward Islands at St. Martin in early February. The decision to amputate the finger was taken after gangrene set in. This injury was devastating, not just physically, but mentally. For any cricketer, losing a finger is traumatic, but for a batsman who relies on grip and feel, it could have been career-ending. The psychological impact of such an injury goes far beyond the physical limitations it creates. Questions about whether he could still play at the same level must have been overwhelming. What happened next showed the true character of Stuart Williams. While playing first-class cricket in the West Indies domestic competition, he fractured a finger which later became infected and had to be amputated. He returned to first-class cricket the following year, 2005, and topped his team's batting average with 339 runs at 54.83. This comeback was nothing short of remarkable and showed incredible mental strength and determination. The ability to return to cricket after such a traumatic injury and perform at a high level demonstrated qualities that had perhaps been missing during his international career. The mental toughness required to adapt his batting technique and overcome the psychological barriers created by the injury showed a side of Stuart that cricket fans had rarely seen. His successful return to domestic cricket after the amputation became one of the most inspiring comeback stories in Caribbean cricket. It showed that setbacks, no matter how severe, don't have to define a career. Stuart's determination to continue playing cricket, despite losing a finger, inspired many people both within and outside the cricket community. The injury and subsequent comeback also revealed the support systems that had been there throughout Stuart's career. Family members, teammates, and cricket officials provided the encouragement and practical support needed for such a remarkable return to the game. This network of support showed how important relationships are in helping people overcome major challenges. For other cricketers dealing with career setbacks or injuries, Stuart's comeback provided hope and inspiration. His story showed that with determination, adaptation, and support from others, it was possible to overcome even devastating setbacks. This message resonated throughout the cricket community and beyond. The later chapters of Stuart's life after cricket remained largely private, which is not uncommon for former players who prefer to live away from public attention. Professional athletes often choose to step back from the spotlight once their playing careers end, focusing on family life and other pursuits away from media scrutiny. The demands of professional cricket can put enormous strain on personal relationships, and many former players work hard to rebuild and strengthen these relationships once their careers end. The constant travel, pressure, and public attention that come with international cricket can make normal family life very difficult. For players like Stuart, who experienced both the highs of international cricket and the challenges of not quite reaching their potential, the transition to life after cricket can be complex. There may be regrets about what might have been, but also satisfaction in having represented their country and inspired others through their comeback from serious injury. The legacy of Stuart Williams in cricket is multifaceted. While his international career may not have reached the heights that were expected, his influence on West Indies cricket extended beyond just run scoring. His elegant batting style, professional approach, and remarkable comeback from injury all contributed to his overall impact on the game. His story also serves as a reminder about the unpredictable nature of professional sport. Careers that seem destined for greatness can take unexpected turns, while moments of disaster can be transformed into triumph through determination and perseverance. Stuart's journey illustrated both sides of this reality. For young cricketers from small islands like Nevis, Stuart Williams remains an inspiration. He showed that it was possible to reach the highest level of cricket regardless of where you come from. More importantly, he demonstrated that setbacks don't have to end dreams, and that, with enough determination, it's possible to overcome even the most challenging obstacles. The career secrets of Stuart Williams were not about hidden techniques or special training methods. They were about the mental approach needed to succeed in professional cricket and the resilience required to overcome major setbacks. These qualities are perhaps more valuable than any technical skills because they apply to all aspects of life. His shocking legacy is not about scandals or controversies, but about the remarkable human capacity to overcome adversity. The image of Stuart Williams returning to cricket after losing a finger and then topping the batting averages is one of the most powerful comeback stories in Caribbean cricket history. Today, when people discuss Stuart Williams, they remember both his elegant batting style and his incredible determination. His career may not have followed the expected path, but it demonstrated qualities that are perhaps more important than cricket statistics: courage, resilience, and the refusal to give up when facing seemingly impossible challenges. The complete story of what happened to Stuart Williams shows that cricket careers are rarely straightforward, and that true legacy is often built not just on success, but on how people respond to adversity. His journey from promising young opener to inspiring comeback story represents the complex reality of professional sport and the human spirit's ability to overcome any obstacle. What's your take on Stuart Williams's incredible comeback story? Comment below and subscribe for more untold cricket legends journeys.